everyone, Sophia here, My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel and a new series. You saw the title, Deep Clean. I'm going to spend the month of March and maybe into April with deep cleaning slash spring cleaning. What does it mean? Pretty much anything in my house that needs a thorough cleaning from top to bottom is going to be on camera. So you saw the thumbnail, you already know what I'm going to do today. This is something that I've been putting off and meaning to do for so long, and that is finally tackling the copper bottom of my sorry looking pots and pans. This is the before, and I know that some of you love a good after, and this is the after. Let's get started. So I understand that not everybody has copper bottom pans. However, take a good look at your pots and pans and look at areas like here, for instance, where there's always grease deposit. That's part of deep cleaning. This one is particularly crummy. I mean, look at this. I'm going to give you plenty close-ups, but I want you to see the difference just in here. So we're going to look at this area right here. Okay, and this is what it looks like after a deep clean. How am I going to do this? I'm going to do it as an experiment. I'm going to try different method to get my pans to look like this. There's different methods. Some of them are chemical, some of them are completely natural, and others, quite frankly, unusual. So method number one to clean my pots, and in particular my copper bottom, I'm going to try the Wright's copper cream. They have it for silver, they have it for brass, different variety. All the links are going to be down below. So that's going to be method number one, good old copper cleaning paste. Method number two, I'm going to try this. It's called Cameo by Brillo. It's for aluminum stainless steel pots. So I'm going to use that on the stainless steel. I'm going to try it on the copper as well. It's basically the same thing than Barkeeper's Friend. Another one that's chemical, I'm going to try it with the Easy Off Heavy Duty. This is for oven cleaning. And it will remove all of the grease. In particular, what I'm looking for is all the stuff that's in the nook and crannies by the handle. So we're going to try Easy Off. Fair warning, this stinks. Moving on to the natural method, I'm going to try salt, lemon, and white vinegar, because I'm told that the acidity in the lemon and the vinegar will remove tarnish, and the salt will scrub any of the residue. And the last method is going to be unconventional, but it's tomato ketchup. It's supposed to be the easiest, fastest method to get your copper and stainless steel to sparkle. Let's talk about tools. You're going to need gloves. No cat, you don't need a cat. Brillo pads, a sponge, of course you need some cloth, polishing cloth, and then I have all of these. This is a little scraper. I have some wire brushes and some brushes that are non-wire, a little bit softer. Be careful with the wire brushes because on copper it will streak it and give you some scratches. However, this is the bottom of my pan, so I don't really care if it's scratched. But if you have full copper pots and pans, don't play around with the wire. Maybe not even the Brillo, because you will scratch them. But look at this gorgeous shine. So I'm gonna protect my counter. With newspaper. It's my first pan. So I have 4 pans, and you can see that they are more or less looking the same. Okay, there's a lot of grease on it that's baked on. This one is particularly bad, and I'm going to give you plenty close-ups. We're going to try ketchup on this. We're going to try the Wright's cream on this. Easy off on this one because that's the one that has the most grease. And then we'll try the lemon, salt and vinegar on this one. First thing you want to do when you work on metal pieces is that you have to heat them up before applying any kind of product. Pat dry a little bit. Let's go. We're going to start with ketchup. So this particular pan here is not too bad. You can tell that I have been somewhat maintaining it. So the stainless steel is not going to need a lot of work, but definitely the copper. Let's try the ketchup, and we're going to leave it on for a good 10 to 15 minutes. Method number 2, we're going to do the easy off heavy duty. Now this particular pan, if you can tell, is really grimy. There's a lot of grease on it. There's some black right here. There's some hard baked on grease on the edges here. Pretty much all around. The inside is not bad at all because these clean very well. So let's try easy off and see if it's going to remove at least the majority of the grease and the burnt off stuff, and maybe we'll finish it off with the Wright cream. We'll see. Unfortunately, this absolutely stinks. The smell goes away after about 5 minutes. I did not heat up the pan, I'm just going straight at it. And we're going to leave it like that in the sink. So here's my third pan, and for this one I'm going to do the lemon, salt and vinegar. So for this pan I have a lot of baked on grease. I don't know if you can see it right here, and it's kind of lost its luster. The bottom is pretty tarnished, and we're going to try how it works. And the inside, I don't know if you can see, has some discoloration. And put some salt in a plate. I'm going to dip my lemon in it. And let's see what happens. Not too bad. Let's add a little bit of vinegar. What I'm going to do is leave this for a little bit because it seems to be working, but I'm wondering if you need to leave it on. Right, so let's move that to the side. Move on to the next method. So for the next method, I'm going to use the Wright's cream, and this one is really bad. You can see that I have grease everywhere. So I don't know if the Wright Scrim is going to tackle any of that, but we're gonna try it anyway. No matter what, they're all gonna have to be treated with the Cameo powder, and I'm gonna have to go with the brush inside every little crevices, and in particular around the handle base. This is the Wright's Copper Cream. It comes with a sponge, and it's basically this cream right here. Apply a little bit on the sponge and then go in circle. Let's go back to the Easy Off oven cleaner. So this one, I use the oven cleaner, and what I'm going to do is get a regular brush. I don't want to use the Brillo because we're confused as to whether or not the Brillo pad is the reason why the stuff comes off. So as expected, the oven cleaner really got all the grease out of the handle. I mean, it still needs a little bit of scrub. Look at how shiny the stainless steel is, but it did practically nothing on the copper. I'm pretty happy with the work it did on the stainless steel. Okay, then we are back to ketchup. So I'm going to take one of those soft brushes and see what the result is. So I would say the ketchup is very easy if you're just maintaining your copper. But for my application, where I need to really remove years and years and years of POMPTON stuff, we're not there yet. Let me show you. That is ketchup. Let's go back to the lemon and salt. Let's see if it's going to work a little bit better now that it's been sitting there. Not too bad, but not great. So the Wright Scrim's been on for a little bit longer. Let's see if I can remove this stuff. And here's the Wright Scrim. Okay, so it works well, but again, not great on the POMPTON grease. Okay, this is Wright Scrim method. This is Easy Off method. Great on stainless, doesn't work on copper. This is ketchup method. Works great. It's cheap, but doesn't do anything for the baked on stuff probably needs the brittle pad to finish it off. And this is the salt, lemon, and vinegar. I think this is probably the one that did the most in terms of removing the tarnish, but doesn't do much on the baked on grease. So what I'm going to do is take the Easy Off and spray all of my stainless. I'm going to leave it on. So with the Easy Off on the stainless and the handle, and in particular the base of the handle, it's obvious that it really cuts the elbow grease and the grease on the pan. So we're going to do that, and once that's done, then I'll tackle the rest of the copper with the brittle pad, maybe with that Cameo, but definitely with the brittle pad. And then what I'll do is that I'll finish them off with the Wright cream. The Easy Off really does wonders on the grease that was lodged inside the handle. Okay, but I still have some, right? Because we're saying we're doing deep cleaning. I am going to move on to the Cameo powder. And Brillo pad. Okay, so look at that Brillo pad and Cameo scouring powder. Nice. And look at the back right here. All clean, the edges here. Okay, so the next step is finishing it off with the Wright's cream. So all four of them have the Wright's cream on. That's been sitting for just about 10 minutes. I'm gonna rinse and buff, and I am done at least for 4 of them, because I have 7 more to go. here's my after. I could probably buff them a little bit more, but here they are. And yes, it took elbow grease, quite a lot of it actually, but considering how nasty they were after all the use that we put into them, look at that. No more grease. Beautiful. Now, I've learned that the one that have the split like this, by the way, I don't think I mentioned is a Revere Wear 1801. The ones that have the split in the handle, in the bakelite handle, are the original ones from the 30s and 40s. Then there was some issue with those separating, so they changed them to a full handle, and that was in the 50s and 60s. So I have quite a few of the original ones. And if you think about it, right, you take a pan like this. This is about 7 years old. That's the quality of products we used to make. Revere Wear, what does it say? It says 1801 Revere Wear 6-inch, number 79, Clinton, Illinois, US of A. So what I'm going to do is start writing the numbers at the bottom, because I buy them at the thrift store. So I have 8-inch, this is the 9-inch, this is the 6-inch, so clearly I'm missing the 7. And then this is the 2-quart, and this is the 3-quart. But there's the tall ones, and then there's the short ones. So I have these 3 here that need to be done, and I have these 4 here that need to be done, and that would be all of my Revere Wear. So let's do a before and after comparison. Before, after. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. Now, how do you maintain them? Well, it goes without saying that you don't let them go to that stage, okay? So, since I'm the one who enjoys doing dishes, whenever we use them, either the Wright cream, a little bit of ketchup, and a little bit of Brillo pad, and they need to get properly clean. I'm not saying that they're always going to look like this, but they're definitely not going to continue to look like this. I think they look great. This is amazing considering how old they are, that these pans are still in great condition. They are by far the best we've had. I've had a question in the comment section a couple of weeks ago when I was cleaning the kitchen. How do you make them not stick? This is basically stainless steel right on the inside. It's just clad with copper at the bottom. They have to be hot. It sticks because you're not hot enough in terms of your surface. So give it a good coat of oil or butter or spray, whatever it is that you're using, and let it rise to temperature, and you'll see that your stuff doesn't stick. It sticks again because it's not hot enough. I do eggs in this one pretty much every day, and they slide off, literally slide off. And then we've burned them a couple of times from overcooking or whatever, and you can tell, right? Because they clean beautifully. So my advice to you is go to a thrift store. Now, because I said that, everybody's going to be looking for them, and I'll never find the ones that I'm missing. That's okay. Go to the thrift store and get you some Revere Wear 1801 with the copper bottom, because they are amazing pans. Do I love them more than my Corningware? No, but they are great. If you're big cooks like we are, because Scott and Willie cook dinner pretty much every night, am I not lucky? I'm busy editing, and look at them. And I got them used, and they were filthy when I got them. So Now you know, when you find those at the thrift store, and they are really grungy and greasy and nasty, don't hesitate, take them and do what I just did. So the jury is out for this. I would say start with the oven cleanser. If you can find one that doesn't stink, get it. I bought 2 of those because I plan on doing a deep clean of the stove, so clearly I'm going to need that, and my toaster oven as well. So start with that along the edges on the outside, in particular here and here, okay, to dislodge all of the grease and the baked on stuff you've had for many years, because we try to clean as best as we can when we do dishes, but clearly when it comes to pots and pans, we're not all that thorough, right? Or maybe we just miss spots. Okay. Then what I would do after it's rinsed off is the ketchup, because that really did work. It was a limited mess. I mean, it's kind of gross to manipulate, but it really does work. Definitely not the lemon. That had stuff everywhere. It was disgusting. Okay, so you do the ketchup, you remove the majority of the tarnish in areas that are not, you know, cooked on grease or whatever. Then you rinse that off, then you bring them out and you use your Cameo. If you want to use Barkeeper's Friend, that's fine, and Brillo pad. Understand that the Brillo pad is really just for pots like this. That's the bottom that's copper. Don't go Brillo pad, you full copper clad pots, okay? They're gonna literally lose all of their shine. Mine, if it's not super shiny, I mean, it is, but it's not like a mirror finish. I don't care because it's the bottom of them. If it was a full clad copper, I would absolutely not use the Brillo pad. So you do Brillo and the Cameo or the Barkeeper's Friend to go at those areas where it's baked on grease, dark spots that you can't get cleaned off. And once that's done, and you rinse it, you finish it off with Wrights. It's a lot of work for one pot, I get it. But when you love your pots, they are worthy. And you're not doing that every day. How often should you do it? Ideally every quarter. Some people are gonna say every month, but if you maintain them properly and you use the Wrights, or even the ketchup, every week, for instance, you won't have to do as much work as I did on those 1, 2, 3. How many did I do today? 4? 4 or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I did 4. You don't have to use as much elbow grease every single time you do it. So maintenance, I would say ketchup, Wrights, the Brillo pad for the outside and the inside, and you're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this deep clean with me. Definitely worth the effort, and I'll see you in the next video when I deep clean my oven. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe right here in the corner and hit that bell button. Look down below if you want to give me a super thanks, and you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at mygreatchallenge, or on Patreon at patreon.com/mygreatchallenge for exclusive content not shared on YouTube. I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye!